Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A, question and answer, because people ask me a lot of questions when I write things on the internet, or if I post videos. They have questions about what I'm saying or some of my philosophies or how I do my work or things like that. So today I thought I would do a little quick question and answer session for you. So let's start. The first question is kind of cute. It's how are you able to read so many books? And as you know, I love the library. Many libraries are interconnected with other libraries, and you can borrow so many books, almost anything that you want or need, honestly. I usually focus on nonfiction books because I love having the information and applying it to my life. So nonfiction books, I believe you can read them a little faster than a fiction book. Fiction book, you sort of want to enjoy the images that the writer is portraying and all the things that the writer has to say, the symbolism and things like that. And it's lovely. When I read a nonfiction book, I usually go right to the table of contents and go down and see what is listed there and see kind of the gist of the book. And then a lot of times I'll be reading a book that I already have other information about from other books, so that there's some sections of those books that I already kind of have been thinking about or know about. So I will quickly skim over that section to see if there's anything new. But basically, nonfiction writing is a lot lighter. It's a lot easier to read faster. There's a lot of charts and pictures and things like that. So that is probably the number one reason why I'm able to read them so quickly. The next question is, you talk about aging. How do you know so much since you are not that old? Okay, obviously a very good question. I feel that the only information that we have about aging is from our previous generations. We have no idea how the future generations or the current generations are going to age. However, this day and age, we have so much information, so many tools and techniques, so many, just so much more healthcare, medical care than in past generations, that we should be able to draw all that information together and apply it to not necessarily prevent aging, because life does have a natural curve to it, a natural arc, but you should be able to apply these things so that you are more comfortable, so that you're able to do the things you want to do. And actually that brings me to a definition of health that I heard recently, I'm not sure where, but that health is really what you want to have out of life. So if you only ever want to just walk from here to the front door, then you can maintain that health from walking to here to the front door. If you want to be able to do activities that you love, such as biking or running or anything like that, then you would keep your body in a condition so that you could do those things. And there should be ways to go around all these obstacles of the curve of life. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that people they just want to sometimes just sit and enjoy things, and they might not necessarily feel like doing all those things anymore. I know I do, so I'm going to keeping my my wellness and my body in shape so that I can do the things that I love. But honestly, there's so much information out there. Please go get it, or write me questions or whatever, and I'll direct you to some good books or some good facilities, whatever. But there's really, if you're uncomfortable, there's a lot of ways around it. So there you go. The next question is, can you talk more in depth about your volunteer work? Yeah, I think volunteering is so important. If everybody just gives a little bit of their time, a little bit of their effort to the community in areas where it's needed, oh my gosh, huge strides forward. And when everyone is comfortable and healthy and well-fed, we can do productive things, and things are nice and fun and pleasant and joyous. And that's really what we should be doing in life, rather than complaining or fighting each other or whatever. So I volunteer at the food pantry. I volunteer at the library. I help with some of their events and projects there. I also have a nonprofit volunteer music performance group. It's called the Flying Song Garden, and that is actually, you can find that on social media too and through my website also, which is basically about 20 musicians who are kind of on call, and if there's a non-profit fundraising event that would like music, or if there's some sort of a disaster that the village would like some music, or anything that music is needed, we are glad to come in there free of charge. And the project is under the umbrella of the New York Foundation for the Arts. So yeah, those are the 3 areas where I volunteer, and I really encourage everybody, just find something that you are interested in. The next question is, how is the new album doing? The new album is doing great. I'm really excited that we're going to be doing a special event. If you're in the upstate New York area, it's going to be in Fonda, New York, at the Fonda Library, Saturday, November 16th, 10:30 in the morning to 12:30. It's going to be the special live performance of the album that I have been dreaming of since I started this album, and that is with projected images, lighting. I'm going to have personal messages in between the songs. We're going to have, there's going to be a merch table with some really fun things on it besides the CD. There's going to be a little bit of catering, some good food by Mohawk Harvest Co-op, I'm so sorry. It's one of my favorite cafes and stores. It's in Gloversville, New York, and they're going to be preparing some of the food for us. But that is going to be actually the official first live performance of the album. I hope you can come. If you're unable to come, there's going to be many, many more of these performances, hopefully all over the place, because I think it's just going to be a great show. The personal messages will change from show to show, so it's always going to be an interesting show. And the album itself, people are loving it. It includes a downloadable art book and journal, and $1 from each album goes to an organization called One Tree Planted, which actually plants one tree, and for every dollar, the many businesses and organizations are part of this. One Tree Planted, and you can choose which area you want the tree planted, what country, etc. So, I mean, the organization chooses. So I was going to choose the United States since we're here, and I think that's a good place to start. But anyway, I hope you can come to the event, and if not, then you can go to my Bandcamp page, cosbygibson.bandcamp.com, and you can hear a sample of the album, and also hopefully the show will come near you. If you want the show to come near you, drop me a line and we'll try to work something out where we can get the show near you. My website, cosbygibson.com. So yeah, so that's how the new album is doing, and I'm so excited about it, and I hope everyone will enjoy it because it's really great, fun, amazing thing. Okay. And the final question is, what is the best raw food recipe? Now, many of you may know that I try to follow a raw food diet. I eat about 80% of my food is raw. The other parts that are cooked, sometimes I will eat granola. My protein powder goes through a heat process, and I like dark chocolate, which is cooked, and I like non-dairy yogurt, which also goes through a heat process. But most of my food is fresh and raw, and the reason why that's good is because if food is not cooked, then you still have all the great enzymes and vitamins, and it just tastes so much better, I think. There are so many raw food recipes and books, and I love them. I revel in all of them. I take them out of the books out of the library. I love it. But honestly, one of my favorite dishes is simply a gigantic salad with lots of fun things in it, like either nuts or little dried fruits or tofu. Okay, that's a cooked food that I also eat sometimes. Or you can put any kind of nut butter or that sort of thing, but just I do about 4 or 5 vegetables on lettuce, and it's usually a whole big plate or sometimes a salad bowl or something, and I love eating that in the summertime, especially after I maybe have gone running or biking, and it's just so fresh and clean and wonderful. And so I would have to say that's my favorite dish. And the best part about it is that you can vary it all over the place, all throughout the summer, all throughout the year, according to whatever's in season. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I love getting your questions and your comments, so please send anytime you like. My website is cosbygibson.com. There's contact information on there. I'm also all over social media. You can contact me through there too, Cosby Gibson, everywhere. I really love hearing from you, and I love hearing what you're interested in about what I do, and I love being able to answer your questions for you. So thank you so much again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.